And we're back. So, after putting that sanctimonious jackass in his place, Toby and Minsk need to be healed up a little bit, but we have some quest-related things to do. We were going to immediately head off to that guy in the Umar Hills and see about that, but I'm not sure we want to do that so immediately. I just want to check what other quests there are that we've got stored up at the moment. And see if there's anything I'm more immediately interested in. Well, there is that one for Sir Sarles. We do have to pick up the fake metal, and it's definitely been long enough. So I'm gonna head off and do that right now. We'll take care of that.
You have been waylaid by enemies and must defend yourself.
And be jumped by bandits.
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Nature's servant awaits.
What is it now? Very well.
You point, I punch. Where Minsk goes,
Something you need.
evil stands aside.
Oh, yes.
Go for the eyes, fool. Go for the eyes! Yeah!
Okay. Deal with these idiots.
Swords, not words! Jump on my sword while you can.
Minsk, go after the mage.
Ready and able.
And that's most of them down, so let's just attack the last one en masse.
Just as I thought.
They're dealt with, and there is honestly no need for us to loot their bodies, because I don't think they'll have anything of value, so why bother? Now,
Onward then.
let's get ourselves over to the ore merchant, pick up our fake ore, and we can be on our way.
For the glory of Arm.
Yep. There's the ore merchant. Let's get this done with.
Greetings, good customer. A pearl to
Well,
you.
now you've returned. I've got the alloy you wanted. Looks just like the lithium and has most of the same properties as well. There's just a slight problem. And what might that be? It might be that I have been approached by no less than 2 other churches for lithium of their own. It seems they are courting Sarles as well. Don't worry, I've honored my deal and you get the first shot at the alloy I have made. I didn't even tell them about it. I cannot make any more until I get more lithium, so they are out of luck. Well, that's nice and convenient for us, I suppose. We'll get paid for our job. My price has to be higher, though. You understand the pressures of the market, don't you? I must ask for 500 gold instead of 200. It is still quite reasonable. Alright then, I will pay. Oh, it's not so bad now, is it? You've got a close approximation of what you need, and I have fair compensation for the demand on the item. Go on, I'm sure Sarles will be waiting. Well, I think we're done here. Had to spend slightly more than... Toby had to spend slightly more than he would have liked, but it's not enough to even put a dent in our current savings. So we can head back to Sarles and procure his services for this now, I think. So now that we've got that, it's back to the government district, apparently. Might as well get this over and done with, honestly. No reason to wait around. Okay, so we're at the estate he's hanging out in. Let's head on in and let him know we have what he's after. Of course, we won't tell him about it being mostly a fabrication. Hopefully he is actually as bad at determining things like that as we have heard.
And bull stand ready.
Ready
And in fact,
able.
this time I'm going to bring the whole group in to have this conversation in hopes of pressuring him into being more agreeable if there are more of us present. I don't know if it will work, but it's worth a try.
Oh, do go away.
Yes, I ran into some opposition from another church. Here's your dilithium, though. Fine, fine. I don't really care. Let's have a look at what you brought. Ah, dilithium. It is a fine specimen, isn't it? Smelled to remove impurities, I see. It is smooth, yes? Almost translucent as well. Such a magnificent material. Done and done. I will shape this for your church. They will be pleased with the result, I am sure. Now out with you. I will polish away this grime of your hands and see what is inside waiting for me. Go and I will deliver it when it is ready. Wait. Just one moment. I must polish this?
This is not dilithium. You have cheated my art.
Lithium holds no oil or grime. A handprint on it. The lithium is an impossibility. Yes, you were pleased with it a moment ago. Perhaps you are simply out of ideas. Perhaps your creativity has deserted you. Such an insult. His hands have created works of art that would make your heart stop with joy. It will work more wonders, but not here. The most important element of dilithium is that it will bear no dirt or grime. Cast as dilithium, my work need never show the taint of another mortal's hands. I was assured that this has the same attributes as your metal, though. Perhaps in strength or field, but what does a fumbling forge monkey know about the beauty of the ever-smudgeless surface of true dilithium? This is garbage. I will not work for you, nor any other. The city has insulted my work. I will leave at once. Coachman, my bags, my muse. Well, that didn't go according to plan.
Yes.
Perhaps
Whatever I can
we
do.
should have asked for the location of our ore merchant supplier. After all,
Just name what you
that's
want.
unfortunate. Very much so. And I somehow have the feeling that the temple is not going to be overly pleased with how things unfolded, or the fact that we attempted to cheat him. This is not going to go favorably for us at all. Let's over to the Temple District to report how much of a stubborn jackass the guy they wanted as a client really is.
Something you need? I wouldn't dream of refusing.
To protect the innocent people.
Helm sees all. Know that and be judged.
Soul, my son. Roger, Roger.
Okay, that's him right there, apparently.
We must live.
So,
Is the greatest honor and duty
has
to
Sir
Helm
Sarlis
above
proven
all.
difficult to deal with? I'm afraid so. I could not please him. This lithium alloy was not enough. He is gone. And there is nothing left to it. What's done is done. We will commission work from a local artist as soon as we can, using this alloy. A pity, but it. What is this, Guardian? I had heard you were commissioning a new work for the temple. Is this it? It was to be High Watcher, but no longer. And why not? It resembles the works of Prism, though of course it cannot be. It has an odd look to it, like the time between the dark and the dawn. I find it pleasing. It carries the sheen of Ilithium, but it is smudged. Good. Helm's armor is unblemished, but the acolytes should not think it easy to attain without tireless work. Place it someplace prominent, Guardian. It will serve. I had worried you might expend our coffers on that overrated Sir Sarlis, but this pleases me. Fine work. Oh, the irony. Oh, the irony. As you would have it, High Watcher Osig. Helm guided us through the mire of pretentious artists and nobles, and granted us a humble tribute that is still worthy. You have gained his blessing, and some experience for it too. And to what you are owed. You have served with due care and have earned a portion of the artist's commission to cover any costs you paid. You have earned more than mere gold as well. Helm is practical, and would have his payment be so as well. You'll have the Helm of Glory to further yourself. Report back to me when you are able. We have allies that will require your service. Pretty funny. Everything worked out for the best anyhow. And I thought we would be in trouble for certain. Yes, so did I, Ari. So did I. Helm of Glory. +1 armor bonus. I'm gonna give that to Minsk. Even though... Actually, no. I was going to, but Actually, I'll give it to Anomen. It would make more sense for him to wear it being a religious helmet and him being a sanctimonious jackass, right? Now, he said report back to him. Let's see.
I have a duty for you to perform.
It has been requested of us that we assist the Temple of Lathander in their dispute with the worshippers of Talos. We have remained neutral in this matter, but the balance of the situation has shifted, and should one side gain dominance over another, there will be chaos. Go, speak with Dawnbringer Sane, my counterpart in the halls of Lathander. Helm be your guide through the halls of friends and the trials of enemies.
Ready and able. Oh,
Time
yes.
to solve a religious dispute, then. What fun. What fun. That's just the temple right next door, so this will be a nice quick trip over. Of course, who knows how long the actual quest will be, but not gonna take too long to get there. And let's speak with this Dawnbringer first, just in
You
case
are more
there's
than welcome,
missions out of
Simon.
it.
Yes.
Okay, nothing
Onward.
mission related from her.
Have you ever heard of my people? The Avariel?
Variel? The winged elves, yes? No, I hadn't. I thought they were all gone. Most of us were, according to what I remember my mother telling me. Killed by dragons before the first flowering, but some of us still survive in isolated places. My own people live high in the mountains to the far south, in a place called Feyadale, separated from contact with others. It was a grand and majestic place. My memory is dim, but whenever the thought of it crosses my mind, my eyes still blur with tears. Tell me more about your people, Aerie. They sound fascinating. Our homes were open places of marble pillars and vistas from which you could watch the entire mountain range below. There was no place you could not spread your wings. We cherished the wind and the rains. We breathed in life, Toby, and lived in peace with each other. There were distinct societies among us, I remember. There were great aerial warriors who defended us, possessing glass weapons that radiated in the sunlight. And my own clan pursued art and knowledge, building the great buildings and filling them with glorious wonders. It was. I am sorry, Toby. I can speak of it no longer. I'm suddenly homesick, as silly as that seems. I miss so much. It makes me ache. I suppose I must seem very foolish to you. No, not at all. Being homesick doesn't make you foolish.
To the task.
I gotta say,
Something you need.
as much as I have heard quite a few people say that they just find Aerie to be annoying and a bit of a brat, I'm not seeing that so far. I kind of like her. I mean, I might change my mind later on, but I just can't see the annoying part with Aerie so far. I don't know. Who can say? Maybe I'll change my mind later, but at the moment, no.
I welcome you with outstretched hand.
Okay, what you got? Raise dead, eh? Yeah, I think we want this. I'll take a scroll of raise, spell of raise dead. I'm going to actually have Eri learn that, I think. If that's something she can do, because Nolly is really currently more along the combat mage approach. Nolly is currently more of a combat mage than a healer or anything, so Eri being a cleric, her learning the raise dead would make a lot more sense. But in any case, we're here to speak to Dawnbringer Sane, so let's do that. Ah, you must be Toby. High Watcher Sir Osig said he would send capable help. Are you ready to aid the House of the Morning Lord? I will do what I can. Good. The Morning Lord takes great pride in the artifacts of his rule. We have many items on display, new artworks to aged relics of bygone days. Today we are one less. We are the victims of thievery. Their followers have been shaken by this vulnerability. Quick steps must be taken to rectify this. Okay, what can be done then? We know the culprits. They have not concealed this crime. Talassans, slinking from their temple to degrade our worship, hired common thieves for the deed. They fear no retribution. The Morning Lord cannot suffer his relics in the hands of such evil. Find these thieves before the Talassans receive the item. The spark of dawn has lit the way. Go to the filth of the slums at night and intercept the delivery of our dawn ring. Bring it back to its proper place. Expect resistance from the Talassans. Divination reveals their most foul servant. Go and relieve the one called Traven of our rightful property. Okay, and I will aid you. You shall have your relic back. Your reward will be suitable. Go to the slums during the night. You can do this without bloodshed, all the better, but spare no wrath if necessary. Yeah, as far as Toby's concerned, there is a time and place for asking what your reward for a task will be, and when you're retrieving stolen artifacts for a temple, it is not that time.
Ready and able.
All right.
Okay, well, we've arrived at Trademeet, and it does indeed seem to be under attack by animals. Wild tigers, huge spiders, and a dire wolf specifically.
To battle for the eyes, no regret. Go for
Time to do something about that. That's 2 down.
Need something? I'll do my best.
something you need.
Make that 3. Okay, it's secure now.
How may I be of assistance?
I am Sir Ryan Troll, a paladin of the most noble order of the Radiant Heart. In Torm's name, I greet thee. I greet thee also. The time has come? Indeed it has. In the name of the prelate, the council requests your return to the High Hale. Shall return and stand in Helm's light to be judged for my deeds and strength of arms. So shall it be. In Torm's name, I bless thee, Anomen. And also thee. I shall see you at the High Hall, Anomen. Good luck. My thanks, Sir Troll. I look forward to our next meeting. Okay, that was kind of out of the blue, admittedly. But we have more important things to deal with first. Hold. Trademeet is not a safe area for visitors at the moment. Unless you have business, strangers, I suggest you return whence you came. As it happens, I do have business. I've been told of these animal attacks and asked to help. Help would be a welcome relief at this point, though I am unsure what you can do to assist us. We fight against a revolt of nature herself in this place. But if you are serious, go ahead and enter the town. Seek out the home of the High Merchant, Lord Logan Coprith. He can tell you more than I. But beware, stranger. The townsfolk are suspicious of outsiders. They blame druids for their miseries and see strangers as druid servants and spies. Well, one of my companions is a druid. That's not going to be a problem, I hope. I myself am reserving judgment on that point, but we'll take any help that we can get. I welcome you to Trademeet for what it's worth. Okay. So, that was an interesting one. And, Anomen, can I just say, your friend back there has an absolutely shit form of timing. And let's see what that is. I'm going to assume the journal entry was because he explained this judgment thing to us. Trial to see if he will become a full knight. And he has to present himself to the Order's Hall in the Temple District within the next 2 days. So, unfortunately, that will probably mean that we have to set off immediately and can't actually deal with this Trademeet problem right now. So, Anomen, I hope your fellows can be nice and quick with their judgment, because Trademeet is really going to need our help nice and quickly, I think. So we can't really spare the time to stick around for a long and drawn-out judgment, I'm afraid. But yeah, animal attacks. Fun times. Though, I am mentioning, even though Toby's fairly convinced that it isn't druids that are responsible for this, at least not conventional druids, we had an encounter back in the last game of a splinter group, let's just call them, of the druidic order, called the Shadow Druids, who basically didn't think that normal druids were extreme enough, and tended to follow the belief of do whatever is necessary to protect nature, even if it means massacring anyone who tries to do anything anti-nature. So, I'm wondering, could it be that the Shadow Druids are responsible for this? Something to contemplate, at any rate.